I got the because I'm walking around with the camera. I can't drink beer and walk the camera at the same time. So as you can see, I'm actually out in the garden. So I'm going to flip the camera if I can flip the camera. And there we go. So I've just recently replanted the garden. So I've got a lovely Trachycarpus palm just there. And two cordylines underneath either side. I've got my dahlias growing. And at this part of the garden I've not touched. We've repainted the fence a lovely slate grey. And apart from the fact it's bloody coming off there, but I'm going to have to repaint that. Here's Charlie. My little old man. Oh, don't get me started. Put two coloured LEDs in as well to light the house up at certain times of the year. So you get colour. So, you know, like on St. Patrick's Day, we'll light the house up green and Halloween orange and so on and so forth. So this is one of the beds I've redone. I put a load of Primula denticulatas in. There's dahlias, there's Verbena bonariensis, there's primulas, there's anemones. So obviously there's a box plant there. I'm leaving that to grow. I'm going to turn it into a pint glass. Yeah. Same with that one. I'm going to turn that into a sort of pint glass as well. So yeah, more dahlias there. Some lobelia. Scarlet. I can't remember the blooming name now. Rebecca is there. The 20. I think it's going to end up being 24-foot Christmas tree now. Crazy. And again, there's Charlie. Don't talk to me about that bench. I painted it with white emulsion and I bobbed up, and the white emulsion, then we painted it slate grey and the white emulsion came off, so I had to repaint it. So learn your lesson, don't cut corners. Got my cordylines there as well. Got peonies behind, some wallflowers. There's another plant that I forgot the flipping name of. There's antirrhinums there, there's steeper grasses, and there's a pink flower that for the life of me I can't remember the name. And yeah, crap garden. So yeah, we'll walk into the back garden, past the shit area because it's the bin area, so you know you can't win them all, can you? The barbecue, and it's on. Got sausages and salted chili pork belly cooking on the barbie. Nice. And here's my 36-foot decking. So it's 36 foot that way, 12 foot that way, with the Wraggy bar, with all the rattan furniture that we bought. We've had it for donkey's years. Protect it in the winter, and it's stayed pretty decent, really. Look, there's the bar. And then we're going to go into the garden. So yeah, the rhododendrons are looking amazing. Got my cherry tree, my plum tree died. Fine. This bed here, there are euchera. There were blue and white lobelia, and then there were grasses, and again, uncinias, I think, and the black ones. Oh no, I forgot the name. Around the back, there's verbena, anemones, and aubrietia. In this bed here, there's an orange. You can just see one there, an orange wallflower, part of the wallflower family, with loads of dahlias. And another seating area. I did that in COVID. Brilliant, because it was a crap bit of the garden anyway. And again, here, mixture of primulas and primroses. Same here. There, it's white daisies and sedum and bonera. Here's the old pear tree. And in the garden. So this, I've just finished it. These are spare. This is all what I've dug out that's going to be given to people. Or to work, one of the two. So there's Brunera there, there's antirrhinums, there's sedum, dahlias, aubrietia, gazania, aquilegia, and basically I'm trying to make an all year round colour garden, but with the main emphasis being on summer, you know, because obviously you're out in summer, you're not so much out in spring. And yeah, once it grows, it's going to be amazing. Obviously I've watered it. I've cut the edge today. Well, not the edge on the other side, but yeah. And then there's red sedums and there's primulas in here. It's a real mishmash, but hopefully a colourful mishmash of stuff. Then obviously you've got the beer room here, just there with the white blind hanging down. The hot tub room there, crappy shed there. Greenhouse over there. That's where I do all my stuff. And yeah, so yeah. That is the tour of the Wraggy garden. Obviously, like most people, on a very low wage, you know. You work to survive, don't you, in these strange old times. And got the dog here, cooking on the barbecue, so I need to just check my sausage. Yeah, I don't want to burn my sausage. Yeah, no burning sausages. Not only that, I don't want to burn my belly pork either. So, cooking on barbecue. So yeah, cracking weekend. I hope everyone's out this weekend and enjoying themselves. We're going out tomorrow. Obviously, you know, like most people, you can only afford to go out a certain amount of time, and it is what it is, you know. I is not on a wage where I can afford to do this, that, and the other. You know, I've got enough bills coming out. It's the only thing with having kids, that the bills can be quite expensive. But you know, I don't want an high-paid job. I just want a job where I can enjoy it. Never about the money, it's about the quality of life. I don't want a job where I'm working 18, 19 hours a day and getting no appreciation, bored shitless, and that sort of thing. So, dog's just gone for a walk on the front garden. So that's my garden, you know. Obviously this edge needs cutting, and I was hoping next door would cut it this time, because I've cut it twice already this year. And yeah, it is open. If not Sunday, it's going to get cut, because I'm not waiting any longer. The only problem with hedges, when you leave them too long, you lose the solidness of the edge. And this is why you should always cut your edge every 2 to 3 weeks. Don't leave it any longer. Certainly not twice a year or once a year, because basically it's a shite edge. And yeah, you don't want a shite edge. So just check on the dog, because I love the old fella. Oh, here he is. Here he comes. My Charlie. My king. Still walking around, still doing his thing. He's been to the vets, he's had his steroid jab. Obviously, as a family, we're all, you know, contemplating the worst. And we know it's coming. You know, you've got to be grown up about this matter. The one thing we don't want is for him to be in pain. That would be the worst thing, because, you know, you don't want him in pain just because you want him to stay alive. Quality of life and all that. But yeah. So that's a beer with Wraggy. Tour the Wraggy garden. You know, like most people, on a low wage, probably just above the minimum wage these days. I'm not sure. The minimum wage just keeps going up, doesn't it? Hey? And am I paid the money that I deserve? No. I know that. They know that. You know. There we go. But hopefully, you know, I won't have to actually say anything, because that is where I don't want to do, you know. It's like anything, you know, if someone owes you money, you never ever want to ask them for it back. They borrow money, and then it's like, you know, they take an age. And yeah, I hate being that person who has to ask. It feels like you're scrounging back for your own bloody money that they borrowed off you. My wife's done a cake for somebody last week. She's done 2 cakes just recently. One person with issues, cancer issues, she, in the end, didn't have the cake. And I gave it to work in the end. Nottingham Forest football cake as well. Nice cake. But, yeah, you know, there's that I can understand. But this other person comes, she grabbed the cake and fucking paid her. And that pisses me off. I know the effort my wife puts into making great cakes, and it's like this disrespectful. And you know, I'd go on the Facebook page and I'd rant and show them up, but no, I suppose better not. You know, yeah, disrespectful. If I did someone's garden and then they turn around and says, "Oh, I'll pay you in about a week or two," okay, then they didn't pay me. They'll be getting their grass weed killed. Yeah, no, not that bad. But yeah, it does annoy, doesn't it? So hopefully I'm out tomorrow. Hopefully I'm out on the beer tomorrow. So there's been a lot of reviews again just recently. It's funny because the wife's in the kitchen, so we're not sitting down together watching out or chilling, and hence lots of beer reviews and lots of work in the garden. I mean, I've just hoovered the stairs and the landing because it needed it. And we're desperate to get the house back to normality, but we had the floor done in the dining room, and we've decorated. We've put a new wooden floor in ourselves over the floor that and the supports that they put in, and we're just waiting for the joiners to come and put the bloody skirting board back on. And I ended up doing it myself at some stage, just buying the wood and doing it myself. But that's the job they're supposed to be finishing. Hopefully they'll come next week, and then hopefully by next weekend the house will be back to normality. Fucking hell, hey, the house is a shithole at the moment, absolute shithole. Fucking disgusted when people walk around it. It's a mess. So hopefully things will return to normality. But anyway, cheers everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend, Jubilee weekend. Cheers.